One of my favorite sets of Funko Pops to collect are from the TV series The Office. And I have pretty much the entire set of The Office Pops besides a select few, including the 2 Pops involved in the Beach Collector's Box, as well as the entire new wave of The Office that came out this year, including that Speech Bubble Pop. And I thought, not only because this year does mark 20 years since the first episode of The Office aired, but because of how big of a fan of The Office that I am, that IDK Wrestler would go on the Tiermaker website and rank every single Funko Pop from The Office lineup. And as I'm recording this, New York Comic Con 2025 exclusives are expected to be revealed soon, so if there so happens to be an Office one there, or if you're watching this video maybe like a year after it releases and there's another wave, let me know down below. But if you end up enjoying this type of video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But nonetheless, let's go on the Tiermaker website.
Alrighty, so we are on the Tiermaker website, in which we have ourselves the following categories from worst to best. False as the worst category, could have been better, not bad, really good, and I declare bankruptcy as the top category. I think there's a total of about 85 Office Pops that we got to get through, and I should also mention that this doesn't include the Freddy Funko related Office characters that they have done, but we are going to kick off with Wave 1, starting off with that OG Michael Scott, and I'm going to put this one under not bad. Of course, a lot of these Pops, because this TV series, of course, we have human characters, aren't going to be as detailed as some other TV shows, so there aren't going to be too many, I feel, that are going to be on that I declare bankruptcy, unless it's from like a very memorable moment or does have quite a bit of detail involved with it. Then we got the first Jim Helper Pop, which also does have the Chase variant where he is Bookface, the common one, which I'll put under not bad, and the Bookface one, I'm also going to put that one under not bad. Then we have my favorite character in the entire Office series being Dwight Schrute with his original one, as well as the blonde-haired version that was a part of a Pop and Tea bundle. The OG Dwight Schrute I'm actually going to put under really good, because it is one of those human Pops that right away, without even needing to see the box, you know this is Rainn Wilson, this is Dwight Schrute. And then with the Target exclusive version, I'm going to put this under could have been better. I felt like they could have done something a little bit better for a Dwight Schrute variant instead of just switching the hair color blonde. Obviously that pertains to a specific episode, but I just don't think that was really needed. We got the OG Pam Beesly, and this one I'm going to put under not bad. There isn't really much going on, but it's just a stationary Pam Beesly. Daryl Philbin, who works inside of the warehouse. This one I'm going to put under not bad, although it is got quite a bit of detail with the outfit and especially the clipboard. The OG Kevin Malone, which I definitely got to put this one under really good, especially the fact that he does have the pot of chili. I think what could have made this under I declare bankruptcy, if it was like a moment where it spilled all over the floor, I think that would have been absolutely hilarious. Now looking at some exclusives, starting off with the Hot Topic exclusive Prison Mike. Now this is a specific moment that's very memorable, so I am going to put this under really good. Next up is the Walmart exclusive Hey King Dwight Schrute, and I'm going to put this under really good as well. There is an example of some detail that can be added to make it a little bit better than the OG generic Office characters. Next up, we have the Target exclusive Golden Face Jim Helper, and this one is going to be under really good. Of course, this is the spoof on James Bond 007, and I think they did a great job with this Pop, especially with like the little bit of sparkle on the face paint. I think my only gripe into why I don't have this under I declare bankruptcy, and a lot of people would agree with me on this, is that this should have had a threat level midnight themed box like another Pop we're going to be talking about later on. Up next, we have ourselves the Target exclusive Andy Bernard, and for the most part, I am going to put this under really good, even though it is kind of generic. I think it's the fact that it's got the banjo that makes it very unique compared to the other Pops, and because of that banjo, that of course, that is Andy Bernard. We got ourselves the Box Lunch exclusive Jim Halpert as Dwight Schrute, and I am going to be very biased when it it comes to this pop because this is going to be the first one I'm putting under I declare bankruptcy. This specific moment where Jim dresses up as Dwight and we have the whole identity theft is not a joke, Jim, millions of families suffer every year, is my favorite moment of all time when it comes to The Office. So glad that they made this into a pop. I understand if you would rate this much lower. Next up, we have ourselves the Funko Shop exclusive 3-hole punch Jim Halpert. And this one I do have to put under I declare bankruptcy as well. And as you may notice, I'm not putting these under a specific order, considering that's a little bit difficult to try and think of for the most part. And I think it may be, as far as I remember, the most expensive Office pop as terms to the singular pops, even more expensive than any of the chases that we're going to be talking about throughout this video. Next up is the New York Comic Con 2019 exclusive Dwight Schrute with the bobblehead, and I'm going to put this under really good. I do think that it's slightly, maybe even as equally as good, if I were to specifically rank these, as the OG Dwight, with the fact that not only do we have the bobblehead of himself, but it's basically him holding his own Funko Pop in a way, if you think about it, and this one has also risen in price over the years as well. We got ourselves the Go Games and Toys exclusive Date Mic. Now, I do have to put this one under really good. This is not only a hilarious moment when it comes to Michael Scott, but everything when it comes to the detail of this pop where he's doing the wink, and especially the shirt is partially unbuttoned so you can kind of see the chest hair. And of course, back in this day for the Office pops, we had the quotes, and I believe it does say, "I'm Date Mike, nice to meet me." I believe that's the phrase. I can't exactly remember, but I know obviously they had the phrase in there, and that was absolutely awesome. Next up, we have ourselves the Christmas related pops with the Dwight Schrute as Elf, the Michael Scott as Classy Santa, as well as the Bell Snickle Dwight. So I'm going to start off with the Elf Dwight. And I'm going to put this one under not bad, even though it is fairly detailed compared to even probably the OG version. It just doesn't stand out to me. The Classy Michael Scott, I would have to say that perhaps maybe this would be under... you know what? I'm going to put it under could have been better. And that Bell Snickle Dwight, I actually have to put it under I declare bankruptcy. It is a very detailed Dwight Schrute pop. We got ourselves the FYE exclusive Dwight Schrute with the CPR mask. This one I'm going to put under could have been better. And it's nothing against this moment because this is a hilarious Dwight Schrute moment. Maybe a lot of people would put this up there for top 10, top 5 Dwight Schrute moments in the series, but it's just the way that the mask is executed to where it throws this off. It almost looks like more of a piece of bologna or Play-Doh across the face rather than showing that it's a CPR mask. So even though they did A for effort, I guess I'm going to say for this, it does kind of put this a little bit low on the list. We got ourselves the Emerald City Comic Con 2020 exclusive Recyclops Dwight. This one I'm going to have to put... screw it. I'm going to put under I declare bankruptcy. We got ourselves the GameStop exclusive Stanley Hudson with the pretzel. This one is really good. When I first originally thought, man, they should make a Stanley pop, I was hoping that this exact version was going to be the one to be made. Everyone knows about the episode of the Pretzel Day and how excited Stanley was to get his own pretzel. The Dwight Schrute with the Jell-O. And I guess I'm going to put this under really good. Of course, this is, I believe, an episode 1 moment where Jim pranks Dwight by putting his stapler inside the Jell-O. So that's really awesome they did that. I'm surprised they didn't do that in the very first wave, but it is what it is. It's still pretty decent though, and I'm glad they did end up doing it. Then we have ourselves the Survivor Man Michael Scott. Very funny episode with this specific pop. And I'm gonna put this one, yeah, maybe I'll put it under not bad, even though that was a funny episode. We got ourselves Florida Stanley Hudson, and this one I will put under not bad. It's got quite a bit of detail, but I felt like at this point, and especially with the other Stanleys we're going to be talking about, that I felt like that GameStop exclusive was like a perfect one where you didn't have to make any more Stanleys, in my opinion. We got the Casual Friday Meredith Palmer, and for that pop, I think I'm going to have to put it under I declare bankruptcy. There's something about this where I feel that it definitely deserves the spot because of how, I guess, over the top they went with this, especially making one of the boobs pixelated because, of course, it gets exposed. So I really love that attention to detail. Then we have ourselves the Casual Friday Kelly Kapoor. This one, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna put it under not bad. We got ourselves the Funko Shop exclusive Dwight Schrute with the Princess Unicorn doll. This one I'm gonna put under really good. And a little story about this pop is that I felt like I definitely paid way overpriced when it came to buying this on eBay because, of course, at the time, Funko Shop did not ship to Canada. So our resort most of the time was to buy pops off of eBay from the Funko Shop. So even now, I feel like this is definitely dipped down in value, but still a very memorable moment with this specific scene at the same time. We got ourselves the Specialty Series exclusive Dark Lord Dwight Schrute. This one I'm going to put under not bad. I think this is okay. I think if they would have added a lightsaber, maybe it would have been under really good. We got ourselves the San Diego Comic-Con 2020 exclusive Recyclops version. I believe it's version 3 actually, but they claim this to be version 2 because if you're a big Office fan, you know that there was technically 5 different iterations of the Recyclops, but for some reason Funko only made 3 and skipped the actual second one. So I am going to put this one under not bad. It's not entirely that great. We got ourselves the GameStop exclusive Angela Martin. I'm going to put this one under not bad. If I was specifically ranking these, it would probably be like not bad at the beginning, really good at the end, because it is awesome that they actually added a cat with Angela. Of course, she is a pretty big cat person, so I really like that they added that with this pop. The New York Comic Con 2020 exclusive Recyclops version 3, as they're calling it. This one I'm going to put under really good. I think definitely it's better than the San Diego one I talked about just a second ago, but I felt like it's not as memorable as that very first Recyclops. Up next, we have ourselves the Michael Scott in the Straight Jacket, and I think this one is not bad. I get it with the moment at the beginning of one of the episodes where he tries to get out of the straight jacket and he can't. Up next, we got ourselves the Scranton Strangler Dwight Schrute. This one, unlike the Michael Scott I talked about, I'm putting under really good, not only being biased because I really love Dwight Schrute, but this is one of those moments that we thought, man, it would be really cool if they did a Scranton Strangler Dwight Schrute, and they did it here, and I think this was definitely a highlight of this specific wave of pops that I was involved with. And speaking of pops that I didn't think were exactly highlights, Jim Halpert with the Nonsense sign. I'm going to put this one under could have been better. This was Jim Halpert from, I believe, either the 8th or the 9th and final season of The Office, but if you're only collecting a certain amount of Office pops, this is one you probably would skip out on. Up next, we have Jan Levinson, the first pop of her in the lineup, and this one I'm going to put under not bad. It gets to the point. It's from the episode where they have the gathering and everything goes out of control with like Michael breaking the TV, I believe, at some point. We got ourselves the Box Lunch exclusive Kevin Malone with the tissue box shoes. This one's absolutely hilarious. You got to put this one under really good. Definitely significantly different compared to even that OG one where he is wearing the toupee there to cover up the balding that he has, and of course the tissue box shoes. Like, it's so over the top and hilarious that I'm really glad that they turned this moment, and especially as one of the great Kevin Malone moments, into a Funko Pop. We got ourselves the Funko Shop exclusive Dwight Schrute as Pam Beasley. This one is freaking hilarious. This one I gotta put under really good because this one they went over the top with the detailing of how they made it look like he's dressed up as Pam Beasley, and especially holding the snowball as he kept throwing them. Next up is the GameStop exclusive Michael Klump. Another memorable moment, and I gotta put this one under really good. I think they did a great job to kind of show the difference on how he's Michael Klump with the big fat suit that he's wearing during the episode. Up next is the Go Games and Toys exclusive Michael Scarn, and this one I am going to put under really good. I think it's just as good as the Golden Face Gym that I talked about earlier, and with this pop, it does have the threat level midnight box like Golden Face Gym should have had. I wish they would have done that with that pop also, because then those two pops would go hand in hand, and maybe at some point we'll get the Butler Dwight to kind of complete the trio of this threat level midnight set. Shout out goes to Sentinel 107 and Duh Unacceptable Viewer. And the reason that they ended up getting a shout out is because they joined our YouTube channel membership, which only cost $1.99 a month. Not only do you get the shout out, but you do get lots of other perks, including early access to every single video and shorts that we produce on this channel. So definitely consider joining our YouTube channel membership. It will be greatly appreciated and will go a long way of helping out this channel a lot. So definitely consider it, but let's get right back to the video. We got ourselves the Target exclusive Sumo Suit Andy Bernard. You know what, I'm gonna say it's not bad. It's a fun moment. We got ourselves the Amazon exclusive Dundee Award. This thing's going under I Declare Bankruptcy. This is one of the most genius ideas that Funko pulled off for this set. Never in my mind when originally seeing this set come out in 2019, where I'm thinking to myself, maybe they'll just make a Dundee Award pop. And the thing is absolutely awesome, especially having the base with the chance to actually write your name on it as if you were offering the Dundee Award. I really want to know how many sales this pop had made just for the fact that people might have wanted to buy 10 or 20 to have their own Dundee Award ceremony and hand them out to people. We got ourselves the Emerald City Comic Con 2021 exclusive Dwight Schrute as Kerrigan, and I'm going to put this one under really good, but this is based off the detail. This isn't one of those moments that I think of off the top of my head when I think of Dwight Schrute. Speaking of Dwight Schrutes, we do have Basketball Dwight Schrute that's exclusive to Child's Collectibles, where there's a common as well as a chase to go along with that first season. And I honestly think you got to put both of these under really good because you kind of have to have them like hand in hand together. Then we got ourselves the Specialty Series exclusive Creed Bratton, where there's a common as well as a chase variant where it's all bloody. And I think it's night and day of which one is better than the other. I think that the normal version goes under not bad, but I think the chase variant has to go under I Declare Bankruptcy. And then speaking of Creed, we do have the Creed with Mung Beans exclusive to GameStop, and this one I'm going to put under not bad because even though it is very plain, at least if I'm specifically ranking this, it would be better than the other one because there is an object in his hand. The Chalice Collectibles exclusive Basketball Michael Scott. This one I'm going to put under not bad. It's not really appealing as terms to a pop because all they did is the same dunking pose they've used with a ton of Michael Jordans, but add a Michael Scott head to it. So it wasn't really that difficult to come up with this one. Up next, we have the first pops of Ryan Howard, where it was the black hair, and then we have the blonde haired version, both of them being exclusive to Walmart. So with the black haired Ryan Howard, I am going to put this one under not bad. Nothing really going on with this one besides the fact that he's on his phone. And then with the other one, this one's a could have been better. And it's not that I hate the idea of blonde hair, it's just the fact that because I have this pop and I've seen it in person, they didn't really execute the blonde hair properly. It looks more like he has gray hair rather than he has blonde. So if they would have actually added more of like a gold touch to the paint, it would have been at least under not bad beside the other Ryan Howard. We got ourselves the Walmart exclusive Phyllis Vance, and this one I definitely got to put under really good. I think they did a great job with the detailing. Then we got ourselves Oscar Martinez. This one is not bad. There isn't really much you can do with Oscar as it is, so it is cool though that they did end up making Oscar as a pop at this point. We got ourselves the FunCon 2021 exclusive Samurai Stanley Hudson. This one I'm going to put under not bad because of the detailing. It might even have more detail than the Florida Stanley Hudson, but I don't think this one really needed to be made. I actually totally forget what episode this is from. I'm going to assume it's probably a Halloween related episode. Then we have ourselves the Sumo Jim Halpert and Sumo Stanley Hudson, both of them being a part of that GameStop Beach Days collector's box or whatever it was called. I'm going to do could have been better because I think this would have benefited more as maybe a multi-pack rather than two singular ones. We got ourselves another GameStop exclusive Angela Martin, this time as a part of the Fun Run episode. I'm going to put this one under could have been better. The other one is definitely the one that you should get if you're looking to get either one or the other. The do-it-yourself pops of the Bell Snickle Dwight as well as the do-it-yourself pop of the Dwight Schrute as Elf that were exclusive to Walmart. And even though it doesn't show it in the photos I just showed you, these are all completely white and not exactly how it's shown, but at the moment, I feel like I gotta put these as the first pops under false. And it sucks to say that, especially for Bell Snickle Dwight, where I put this as a part of I Declare Bankruptcy, but I don't think we really needed do-it-yourself pops for the Office lineup. We got ourselves the Michael Scott on crutches, and this one I will put under not bad. Very funny episode where Michael Scott burns his foot on the George Foreman grill. The Pumpkinhead Dwight, I'm gonna put this one under really good. This is one that we had been requesting for a while. Also, probably around the time that the first wave came out. We got Pam Beasley with the teapot. This one I think I'm gonna put under not bad, and if I was specifically ranking this, it'd probably be better than the OG one. We got Oscar Martinez with the Scarecrow doll. This one I think we could put under could have been better because I think once we had that OG one, or the normal one I should say, that's exclusive to Walmart, there wasn't really a need of making another Oscar Martinez. There isn't really many moments you can do with him anyways. We got ourselves the very first pop of Erin Hannon where she's got got the happy box and the champagne. This one I'll put probably under not bad. I wanted to put it under really good because of the items she's got in her hand, but it's nothing really too exciting compared to some of the moments under really good. We got the Dunder Mifflin superhero Kevin Malone. This one's a bit funny. I'll actually put it under the really good category. We got the young Michael Scott that's exclusive to the Funko shop. This one I'm going to put under not bad. I almost wanted to put it under could have been better because there is one thing that I wish they would have done, and that's incorporate the actual photo that this specific Michael Scott is based off of by doing this pop exactly the way they did the Kramer pop from Seinfeld, where it was a Target exclusive. In that same box styling, I think it definitely would have made sense. We got ourselves the FYE exclusive golden ticket Michael Scott. This one I'm gonna put under not bad. It is cool that we have this version, but I don't know if it necessarily was needed at this point. We got the Target exclusive Dwight Schrute with the blowtorch. This one I'm gonna put under, I'll put under not bad. Of course, memorable moment where they're doing like the fire drill. Mo Schrute, that was exclusive to New York Comic Con in 2021. This pop, I am going to put under I declare bankruptcy. Everything about this pop with the posing, the shirt that he's wearing is absolutely amazing. And I knew I had to cop this 100% when this had released. We got the GameStop exclusive Phyllis Vance in the Santa Claus outfit. This is pretty cool. I'm actually going to put it under really good. I think it's really cool to have this specific moment with Phyllis. Of course, the only pop prior to this was the other one that's exclusive to Walmart. We got ourselves the New York Comic Con 2022 exclusive Halloween Kelly Kapoor. This one I'm putting under could have been better. I think I could definitely think of different versions of Kelly Kapoor that would have been better than this one, although this is detailed, maybe even more detailed than the other Kelly Kapoor I talked about. Next up, we have ourselves the Funko Shop exclusive Michael Scott as Jesus. This one I'll put under not bad. I thought about putting it under really good because it goes hand in hand with the Santa Claus Phyllis Vance, but I don't know, maybe if it was flocked, it would have been a little bit better under really good. Next up, we have ourselves the Fun Run Pops, where we have Fun Run Andy, the Fun Run Dwight Schrute, the Michael Scott with check, and then the Fun Run Meredith that was exclusive to Specialty Series. Ooh, you know what? I'll put it under really good. The Dwight Schrute, I actually am going to put this under could have been better. The Michael Scott with check, I'll put that one under not bad. I love the touch of him holding the check and it says that it's for science. And then the Fun Run Meredith, I guess I'll put that one under not bad also. It's not as good as that other Meredith Palmer, but still pretty cool nonetheless. And ending off the singular pops, we're going to be talking about the brand new wave with Dwight Schrute, Kevin Malone, Meredith Palmer, and the new Michael Scott with the speech bubble that says that's what she said. Now this specific Dwight Schrute, we could probably honestly put this under could have been better as well. I think at this point, Dwight Schrute has kind of run its course as terms to the different moments that you can come up with. The Kevin Malone, I think that one, yeah, you know what? It's definitely the worst Kevin Malone we've had, and it's hard even saying that because Kevin Malone has had some awesome pops as terms to this set. The Meredith, also, it could have been better. I think this whole wave, like I get it, it's all based off the same episode, but really the highlight of the set is a pop we're going to be talking about in a little bit. But let's end off the singular pops as terms to like one pop instead of multi-packs or rides, as we're going to talk about, with the That's What She Said Michael Scott. I have to put this under false. I think it's one of the most unnecessary office pops that they've ever made. I think you're perfectly fine just getting the OG Michael Scott pop, where if you open up the top flap, it says That's What She Said. There's nothing really too appealing to where I'd want to rather get this than the other one, even though I am going to eventually get this to complete my office set once again. Now moving on to the one and only pop rides of Michael Scott and the convertible exclusive to Walmart. A Funko Pop, by the way, that has never seen the day of light, something that hasn't hit stores yet, but I'm gonna put this under not bad. I think it is a cool idea to branch out into things like this. Now moving on to multi-pack, starting off with the Michael Scott and Toby Flenderson 2-pack. This one I'm going to put under not bad, not only because, of course, it's yet another Michael Scott, but of course the first and only Toby Flenderson pop, so that kind of brings brings that up a little bit. The Scranton Boys 2-pack exclusive to FYE. This is definitely one of those ones where I have to put it under I Declare Bankruptcy. One of the most memorable moments. Scranton, what? The Electric City. The detail of both of these pops with the outfits they're wearing, and especially the posings with Dwight Schrute's like gang hand signals, it's just absolutely hilarious, and I'm glad to own this. Then we have, as a part of the brand new set of The Office, the 2-pack of Michael Scott and Holly Flax. And once again, I'm going to put this under not bad for the exact reasons that I mentioned with the Toby Flenderson Michael Scott 2-pack, is the fact we've never had a Holly pop, and Holly probably would have been under really good maybe if it was by herself instead of adding it with yet another Michael Scott. But then we're ending it off with the only 3-pack in the lineup, being the Utica Takeover 3-pack exclusive to Walmart. And we're going to end this off on a high note by saying that this goes under I Declare Bankruptcy.